if in a function every element of domain have a unique image then it is called a one-one function. Then it is called a one-one function. Okay. Now let us check if A is equals to, write down one question. If set A is equals to 1, 2, 3, 4, if set A is equals to 1, 2, 3, 4, and set B is equals to 1, 4, 7, 8, find which of the following is a one-one function from A to B. ये दो क्वेश्चंस मैं दे रहा हूं आपको, प्लीज नोट देम डाउन. Look
Is
at
that
this.
f3 equal to 1?
F3 equals to 1. Okay, let us solve the first one. Second one you will do it yourself. This is domain ka set and this is range ka set. What is domain? 1, 2, 3, 4. What is range? 1, 4, 7, 8. So you can see that at A equal to 1, B is equals to 2. That means A is associated with 2. A is associated with 2. Okay, so that means 1 पे 1 है, the value is 1 पे 1, this is 1. 2 पे the answer is 4, 3 पे answer is 4. Okay, 1 पे answer क्या है? 1, so this is 1 पे 1. 2 पे answer क्या है? 4. 3 पे answer is again 4, and 4 पे answer क्या रहा है? 8. Now this is not a 1-1 function. Reason being 2 and 3 are having the same image. और 1-1 की डेफिनेशन क्या कहती है कि डोमेन के एवरी एलिमेंट के लिए यूनिक इमेज होनी चाहिए. इज दैट ओके? So this is not a 1-1 function. Shruti, did you get that?
Yes, sir.
सेकंड का फिगर ड्रॉ करके देखो एक बारी, बताओ मुझे.
1 to 1.
Yes, it's 1 to 1.
It's 1 to 1. So if I draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 1, 4, 7, 8. 1 पे आंसर क्या है? 4. 2 पे आंसर क्या है? 7. 3 पे आंसर क्या है? 1. and 4 पे आंसर क्या है? 8. Now you can see that every element of domain have a unique image, therefore it is a 1-1 function. Is that okay?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Write down the next question. Which of the followings are 1-1 function? Which of the followings are 1-1 function? Question number 1 in that, f is such that r belongs to r, and f of x is equals to 4. F of x is equals to 4. Now over here you can see that that means if I'll be putting x as real, the function f of x should also get the real answer. Okay, if I put at the place of x any real number, then function x should be what? Real number. Let us say for example, if I put x is equals to 1 in here, it will be f of 1 is equals to 4. Let us put x is equals to 2, then also it is 4. Is that okay? Now you can see that both of them are having the same answers on 1 and 2. If I draw it like this, 1, 2, over here it is 4. although it is real, but you can see that it is not having one-to-one correspondence. It is having many-to-one correspondence. So it is not a one-one function. Is that okay?
Yes, sir.
Please note it down. Avni, did you get that?
Yes, sir.
कर लिया ना?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Write out the next question. F is such that R belongs to R and f of x is given by 6x minus 1. 6x minus 1. Now, in order to prove something is 1, 1, there are two conditions. I'll discuss the first one. If f of x1 is equals to f of x2, it should give us x1 equals to x2. Okay, it should give us x1 equals to x2. Let us apply this thing over here. Let us find f of x1. I simply replace x by x1. Let us find f of x2. I'll simply replace x with x2. Is that okay? Now, according to the condition, f of x1 should be equals to f of x2. Let us put them. 6x1 minus 1 is equals to 6x2 minus 1. Minus 1 से minus 1 gets cancelled. 6x1 is equals to 6x2. 6 gets cancelled with 6. x1 becomes equals to what? x2.
X2.
ठीक है, वही चीज हमने बोली थी यहाँ पे कि फॉर x1 इक्वल फॉर f of x1 इक्वल टू f of x2 वी शुड गेट व्हाट x1 इक्वल्स टू x2 और लास्ट में हमें वही मिल गया x1 इक्वल्स टू x2. देयरफॉर यस it is a 1-1 function. Shruti, did you get that?
Yes, sir.
Avni?
Yes.
Done?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Question number 4. F is such that R belongs to R. F is such that R belongs to R and f of x is equals to x square plus 7. X square plus 7. Now, let us try to solve it using the first condition only. Let us find f of x1. That would be x1 square plus 7. F of x2. That would be x2 square plus 7. Now, f of x1. F of x1 should be equals to f of x2. Therefore, x1 square plus 7 is equals to x2 square plus 7. 7 gets cancelled with 7. Hence, x1 square is equals to x2 square. If I take it to this side, what is the formula for a square minus b square?
A plus B into A minus B.
A plus b into a minus b. Speak out the formulas for me. Now, if I take x1 minus x2 equals to 0, this will give me what? x1 equals to x2. Whereas if I take x1 plus x2 equals to 0, this will give me what? x1 equals to minus x2. So this is generating the condition, whereas this is not generating the condition. Yes or no? Therefore, it is not 1-1 function. Got it?
Yes.
अगर सिर्फ यही कंडीशन होती, if this would have been the condition, then it would have been a 1-1 function.
So could you just tell me how that thing is not a 1-1 again?
See, for a 1-1 function, we need that if we are taking f of x1 equals to f of x2, then x1 should be equals to x2. You can see it over here. F of x1 is equals to x1 square plus 7. F of x2 is equals to x2 square plus 7. Let us take f of x1 equal to f of x2. On solving it, I got this thing. x1 minus x2 into x1 plus x2 equals to 0. That means if I take this factor equal to 0, I will be getting x1 equal to x2. Whereas in case when I take x1 plus x2 equal to 0, I will be getting x1 equals to minus x2. All I need is this condition. In this condition is generated. Whereas in the lower one, it is not being generated. Hence, from the lower one, we say that it is not 1-1. It should always generate only x1 equals to x2. Shall we do another question?
Yeah.
Fifth. F is such that real to real and f of x is equals to x cube is equals to x cube. Now, I'll be discussing the second method over here. In the earlier method, we wrote down f of x1 should be equals to f of x2. Should generate what? x1 equals to x2. There is another condition. For x1 not equals to x2, we should get what? f of x1 not equals to f of x2. ठीक है? That means अगर मैं दो अलग अलग वैल्यूज लेता हूँ और उस पर फंक्शन को इवेल्युएट करता हूँ, तो फंक्शन के जो आंसर्स हैं वो अनइक्वल आने चाहिए. ठीक है? जो फंक्शंस के आंसर हैं वो क्या आने चाहिए? अनइक्वल. Let us try. Let x1 be equals to 1 and x2 be equals to minus 1. Therefore, f of 1 will be what? 1 cube, that is 1. F of minus 1 will be what? Minus 1 ka cube, that is minus 1. Therefore, you can see that x1 not equal to x2 ke liye, we are getting f of x1 not equals to f of x2.
Yes.
Yes or no? मैंने x1 और x2 की दो अलग अलग वैल्यूज ली, उस पर मेरे आंसर भी अलग अलग आ रहे हैं. That means for x1 not equal to x2, I'm getting f of x1 not equal to f of x2. Shruti, is that clear to you? Therefore, it is a 1-1 function. Note it down. We'll do it from the previous method also.
So could you just repeat this thing for me?
There is a second condition also. Okay, either ways we can do from the first condition or from the second condition. In the second condition says that x1 is not equal to x2 should give us f of x1 not equal to f of x2. Over here my function is what? F of x is equals to x cube. I have randomly taken x1 as minus 1 and x1 as 1 and x2 as minus 1. That means x1 is not equal to x2 as 1 is not equal to minus 1. Yes, no. x1 equal to 1 and x2 equal to minus 1. Are they not equal or are they equal?
They're not equal.
They're not equal. So that means this condition is satisfied. Now I need to check this one. I have put this 1 over here, then I have put this minus 1 over here. I have got 1 and minus 1 as the answers. So I can say that f of 1 is not equals to f of minus 1. Okay, so this condition is satisfied. Hence it is again a 1-1 function.
Okay.
Avni, is that clear to you? Let us try to do it from the previous method. F of x was equals to x cube. Let us find f of x1. That would be what? x1 cube. F of x2. That would be what? x2 cube. Okay. Now f of x1 should be equals to f of x2. That means x1 cube should be equals to x2 cube. That means x1 cube minus x2 cube should be equal to 0. Yes, no, please respond me.
Yes, sir.
What is the formula for a
Yeah.
cube minus b cube? The formula is a minus b, a square plus ab plus b square. So it becomes what? x1 minus x2 into x1 square plus x1 x2 plus x2 square is equals to 0. Is that okay? Now again from here, if I take this part equal to 0, x1 minus x2 is equals to 0. That means x1 is equals to x2. Yes or no?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Now this part can never be equals to 0. Reason being what? Let us say x1 is positive and x2 is also positive. Therefore positive ka square will be positive. Positive ka square will be positive. Positive into positive is positive. All the three numbers are positive, and if three positive numbers are being added, they can never add up to 0.
Yes, sir.
Even if I take x1 as negative and x2 as negative, negative ka square is positive, negative ka square is positive, negative into negative is positive. Therefore again there are three positive numbers which can never add up to give 0. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So we can say that it can never be equal to 0. Therefore we are only getting this condition, that is x1 minus x2 equal to 0, which gives us what?
Yes.
x1 equals to x2, जो इस प्रूफ के लिए सही है कि if f of x1 is equals to f of x2, then find x1 equals to x2. वो आ गया था हमारे पास, hence it is a 1-1 function. Got that?
Yes, sir.
Shall we do the next question?
Yes, sir.
Write down. Try it yourself. If f is such that from real to 7, sorry, r minus 7 to real, and function f is given by 2x plus 1 upon x minus 7. Try yourself.
So we have to find whether this is a one-to-one.
1-1 function or not.
Sir, it is 1-1 function.
It is 1-1 function. Okay. Now how to go about this question? See, if I take x1 equals to 1, x2 equals to minus 1. Okay, I'm taking the second part in that is x1 should not be equals to x2. Let us find f of 1. What will be that? 2 into 1 plus 1, 1 minus 7, 3 upon minus 6. The value is what? Minus 1 by 2. Let us find f of 1. Sorry, minus 1. This will be 2 into minus 1 plus 1 upon minus 1, 7. This will become minus 2 plus 1 upon minus 8. So the value becomes what? Minus
1 by
1 by 8. That is equals to 1 by 8. Now you can see that for x1 not equal to x2, we are getting x1, f of x1 not equal to f of x2. Yes or no?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Therefore, it is what a 1-1 function. You can use either of them. See, it depends upon the type of function you are getting. Okay, I prefer this value putting wala thing in such kind of function, in fractions and all. For simple functions, I like to do it from f of x1 equal to f of x2 should give me what? x1 equals to x2. Okay, it depends upon you what type of method do you want to use.
Okay, sir.
Ishwar, is that clear to you?
So could you just tell me once more, sir?
बेटा आया मैंने x1 की कोई एक वैल्यू ले ली, x2 की एक वैल्यू ले ली, अनइक्वल वैल्यूज ले रहा हूँ
हाँ.
क्यों? क्योंकि सेकंड कंडीशन क्या कहती है कि x1 शुड नॉट बी इक्वल टू x2. तो आई एम टेकिंग एनी टू अनइक्वल वैल्यूज, आई एम सिंपली पुटिंग देम बैक इन द फंक्शन. I've calculated f of 1, that is what, minus 1 by 2. I'm calculating f of minus 1, that is 1 by 8. Yes or no? That is 1 by 8. Ishwar, yes or no?
Yeah.
So f of x1 is not equals to f of x2. That is what the condition says to me.
Yeah.
तो वो आ गया है, तो hence it is not a, hence it is a 1-1 function.
1-1. Okay.
ठीक है. In case we would have got the same answer. ठीक है. जैसे अगर मैं पीछे वाले पे जाता हूँ, एक हमने x square वाली चीज करी थी. Let us say for example, we'll try to do this one. f of x is equals to x square. चलो जी. Let us try it from the first method. First of all, f of x1 should be equals to f of x2. x1 square equals to x2 square. x1 square minus x2 square equal to 0. x1 minus x2, x1 plus x2 equal to 0. From here, if I take this one, this will become what? x1 minus x2 equal to 0. That means x1 is equals to x2. Yes, no?
Yes, sir.
x1 plus x2 equal to 0. It makes what? x1 equals to minus x2. So it is not 1-1 function.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Let us try it from the other method. ये कर चुके हम, don't copy it down. Let us do it from the other method. f of x is equals to x square. Let us take x1 equals to 1 and x2 equals to minus 1. ये condition कौन सी है? x1 not equal to x2 की.
हाँ.
Let us find f of 1. f of 1 will be 1 ka square is 1. f of minus 1 will be what? Minus 1 ka square is
Minus
again
1.
1.
Then
You can see that although
Not
x1
1.
was not equal to x2, but f of x1 is equals to f of x2.
हाँ.
Therefore, it is not 1-1 function.
Okay.
Got that? ठीक है?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
ठीक है? I am repeating it again. I have discussed two conditions. That is, if x1 is not equal to x2, it should generate what? f of x1 not equals to f of x2. The other condition is, if f of x1 is equals to f of x2, then it should give me x1 equals to.
सर अगर हम इस क्वेश्चन में x1 की वैल्यू जैसे 1 थी और x2 की वैल्यू 2 थी
हाँ.
तो
नहीं, थोड़ा सा वैल्यू पुटिंग करते हुए वी नीड टू बी कॉशियस. हमें कोई ऐसा केस ढूंढना है जिसमें वैल्यू सेम आ सकती हो, ठीक है? तो वो मैंने वो देखनी वैल्यू की स्क्वायर के अंदर माइनस और प्लस के अंदर वैल्यू सेम हो जाती है. अगर आपको एक भी ऐसा केस मिल जाए जिस पे वैल्यू सेम आ जाए, ठीक है, तो वो आपने रिजेक्ट कर देना केस में. तभी जो
सर लेकिन
हाँ जी बोलो.
दिस इज नॉट 1-on-1 फंक्शन जो अभी लिखा है आपने.
हाँ जी नहीं,
बट 1 is equal to 1, right?
1 is very equal to 1. बेटा कंडीशन श्रुति सारों की कॉन्सेंट्रेशन बहुत लैप्स हो रखी है. x1 not equal to x2 should give me f of x1 not equal to f of x2.
Sorry, sir.
1-1 प्रूव करने आ गए हमें. Yes or no? ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है टॉपिक. पेपर में आएगा ही आएगा डेफिनेटली.
Yes.
Okay. Write down next onto functions. Onto functions. अब देखो जो आपका वन वन फंक्शन था, इट वाज वन वन फंक्शन में क्या होता था कि वन टू वन इमेज होती थी. ठीक है. Before moving on to onto, let us discuss many one function. Many one, what does it say? Let us say 1 2 3 4 has a b c. 1 has an image a, 2 has image b, 3 has image c, 4 is also having image c, 4 is also having image c. Therefore you can see that from here many values are having one image, many values have one image, therefore it is
Yes, sir.
a many one
Yeah.
function. Therefore it is what? A many one function. Is that okay? Many one function क्या होता है?
Yes.
Yes.
Next is onto function. Onto function. Now first two functions were based on कि domain से range में क्या relation है. One domain का one image है तो one one function. Many domain का one है तो many one function. अब onto function क्या होता है? Onto. These are defined from the point of range. Let us say 1 2 3 4 A B C D E. 1 की image A, B की A, C की A, 4 की A. Now you can see that जो range का element है E, it is not associated, it is not the image of anyone. It is not the image of anyone. Okay. So if range का कोई भी element छूट जाए, I repeat, if any element of range is left, any element of range is left, then it is called into function. And in case कोई भी element ना छूटे, ठीक है, let us say this is the value. In this we can see that there is no value of left, then it becomes what? An onto function.
Onto.
Is that okay? Okay, अगर कोई element छूट जाए तो it is into function. If it is not there, ठीक है, अगर कोई element ना छूटे तो वो क्या है? onto function. कर लिया तो?
Yes. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Now write down a question. Let a set A be given by 1 2 3 4. Set B is given by 3 4 7, and in the first case f is defined as from A to B with f of 1 is equals to 3, f of 2 is equals to 4, f of 3 is equals to 3, f of 4 is equals to 3. Whereas in the second case f is defined as A to B, f of 1 is equals to 3, f of 2 is equals to 3, f of 3 is equals to 4, and f of 4 is equals to 7. Which of the following is a 1-1 function? You have to check. Draw the diagram and let me know.
So which one is what?
Which one is onto function?
Okay.
Draw the diagram, arrow diagram, and let me know.
The first one is on to.
First one is onto. You're asking or telling me?
Second one is on to.
The second one is on.
Okay, let us try. Shruti का method try करते हैं. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is domain and this is range. 4 domain will be what? 3, 4, 7. 1 पे आंसर क्या है? 3. Okay.
अच्छा नहीं मैं भूल गई
2
7
पे
लिखना.
आंसर क्या है? 4.
2 I'm sorry.
3 पे आंसर 3 and 4 पे भी आंसर 3. So you can see that 7 is being left. So if 7 is left, it is what? It is a 1, 1. Sorry, it is an onto. It's an into function.
On.
Into function.
Yes.
This is an into function. And similarly, 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4, 7. 1 पे 3, 2 पे 3, 3 पे 4, 4 पे 7. Okay. There is no element which is left free. So this is an onto. Got it?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Yeah.
Write down the next. Again, which of the following is an onto function? F of x is equals to that would be f of x is equals to 115 x plus 49 such that f is from real to real. F is from real to real. Okay. Now, how to use question? अब देखो थोड़ा सा process है इसका. Let y be is equals to the function which is given to us. Okay. Now let us find the value of x from here. What will be 115x? It would be y minus 49. And what would be x? Y minus 49 divided by 115.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Now, इसके बाद how to go about it? Listen to it very carefully. This is the most tedious part of this. This is basically y given to us and this is basically the x given to us. Is that okay?
Yes.
Now, what is the nature of y? Y is taking the real values and x is also taking the real values. What are real numbers? Minus infinity to plus infinity, any number is a real number.
Except for complex.
Yeah, minus infinity to plus infinity is anyways a real number. Okay. Now, if I put a real number over here, real number 49 is also a real number. So real number minus real number will be a real number.
Yeah.
115 is also a real number. So real number
Yes.
divided by real number is a real number. I'll repeat,
Yes.
y is a real number. From where did I get y as a real number? From here. Okay. It is saying y real. If y is a real number, then 49 is also a real number, 115 is also a real number. Y minus 49 is a real number. Real number divided by 115 is also a real number. Okay. So entirely I can see that the entire calculation on the left and on the right hand side is a real number. That means x will be equals to what? X will be equals to a real number. That is what the condition is saying.
Yeah.
That is what the condition is saying. Got it?
Yes, sir.
So x is basically a real number when y is a real number. Therefore, I can say that it is an onto function. Okay. If there was a specific case where on putting y equal to real, I am not getting x as real, then it would not have been an onto function. Is that okay? We'll discuss those cases later. But as if now, did we get that y is real, then y minus 49 upon 115 is a real number. That means x is also a real number, which according to the condition, it is satisfying. Yes, no, no, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Therefore, it is an onto. Please note it down. Let us do two or three more questions on this. Let us do another question. It says that f is such that r belongs to r positive, and f of x is equals to x square plus 4. X square plus 4. Let us take it equals to y. So x square will be equals to y minus 4. So x would be what? Square root of y minus 4. Square root of y minus 4. Now we can see that over here this is x and this is y. Now what does this r positive represents? R positive represents real numbers that are only positive. Real numbers that are only positive. Okay. So if I say y can only take a positive real number, y can only take a real positive number, let us take y as 1. Let us take y as 1. 1 is a real positive number.
Yes, sir.
Okay. ये रफ वर्क में करना है, you don't have to show this. 1 minus 4. What is 1 minus 4? That is minus 3.
Root of minus 3.
1 minus 3, 1 minus 4 is minus 3.
1 minus 4 is 3.
So it will become what? Root 3 iota. Therefore, I can see that for this y's are positive, but x is not belonging to real.
Yeah.
Yes or no? That means it is not an onto function. Okay, not an onto function, because for some values of y, xv is not getting as real. Is that okay with all?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay. आज के लेक्चर के अंदर ना जो हम सीख रहे हैं, we'll be using it in day after tomorrow lecture also. Please note it down. Let us solve one more question, then we'll wind it off. Let us do the last question. If f is such that r belongs to r positive, f of x is equals to root of x square. Root of x square. As per the process, y is equals to root of x square. Squaring both sides, y square is equals to x square. So it will give us y is equals to x and y is equals to minus x. Okay. Or what I'll do is, it will give me, I'll rewrite it, x is equals to y and x is equals to minus y. Now again coming back to the concept, this is x and this is y. Y can be only real positive number. Yes or no? Yes or no? Okay. So we can see that for, let us take an example, let y be equals to 1. If y is equals to 1, x is 1, which is a real number. If I take y is equals to minus 1, x will be minus 1. That is again a real number. I have been putting the values over here. Now let us try to solve this one by using the same example. If y is equals to 1, x is equals to minus 1. But x equal to minus 1, although it is negative, but yet it is what? A real number, because it is saying that x can take a real number. Sign mentioned nahi hai. Next part. If I take y as -1, I'll get x as 1. Although it has changed its sign, but again x is a real number.
Yes, sir.
So you can see that for any positive real number, we will get x either positive or negative, but it will always be what? A real number. Hence, it is what?
Yes,
An onto function. Okay. You need not to show these kind of things in the solution. It is just for mere understanding how are we predicting the rules.
So,
Yes.
so y is supposed to be only a positive real number, right? How can you take y as -1?
Y as -1. Perfect. We cannot take this. Perfect. Perfect. This is my mistake. Please don't take this. Cancel this out. Ishwar is totally correct. It is a positive real number. We cannot take y as negative. Shall we do the last question?
yes, sir.
So it's not onto, right?
It is onto, yeah. Although on putting y is equals to 1, I'll get x as 1, which is a real number. If I put y is equals to 1 in the second function, it will give me x equals to -1, which is again a real number. X can take any sign, na? X is not having any positive or negative on its head. So x can take either answer positive or negative. Is that clear?
So what if we do this for y, where value of y depends on x?
Value of y depends upon x. That the total function will change here. The total function has to be defined within the values of x. Then it would become something like this: f of y would be equals to square root of y square, and then I have to take x is equals to y square, and the entire process will change. Normally this kind of question does not come in the paper. Whenever the function has been asked, it has been asked in terms of x only.
Okay.
Last, y is equals to it is function of x from real to real. F of x is defined as mod x. Okay, now let us move on. Again, y is equals to mod x. That means y can have two values now. Y is equals to x and y is equals to minus x. Yes or no?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes,
From
sir.
here I can get x as y and get x as minus y. That is what we do, na? In the previous questions also you
Yes,
can
sir.
see that I have found
Yes.
out the values of x in terms of y. I take x on the left hand side. So over here also I have done the same. I have taken x on the left hand side. So from the first condition we can see that it is x equals to y. Whereas in the second case I can see that x is equals to minus y. Yes or no?
Yeah.
X
Yes,
is
sir.
equals to
Yes.
minus y. But can x be negative? Can x be negative?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Can x be negative? Just be sure.
Yes, sir.
Sorry, y can be negative. Can
No,
y
I
be
can't.
Yes,
negative?
sir.
Y cannot be
Y cannot
negative.
be.
Can be.
No, it cannot be. Y is equals to mod x. Mod x क्या करता है अपनी? Mod x क्या करता है? What is mod of
Positive.
-2? That is 2.
2.
Okay, and mod of 2 will be what? 2. Either ways the answer is positive. That means y can never be equal to negative.
Yes, sir.
Yes or no? That
Yes.
means this thing is always positive.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
x को अगर मैं लूँ, let us say if I take y as 2, if I take y as 2, तो x कितना आ गया? -2. Yes or no?
Yes.
ठीक
Yes,
है.
sir.
From here we are getting this, and from here we are getting what? We are getting x as 2.
Yes, sir.
If I put the value of y as 2 over here and y as 2 over here, from here I'm getting x as 2, and from here I'm getting x as -2. So both are real.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So both are real.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
ठीक है.
Yes,
Similarly
sir.
on changing the values, although they might change with the sign, but yet they will be real.
Yes,
They
sir.
will be real. Hence, they will
Yes.
be always onto function. Is that clear to you?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Shall I re-explain the entire concept today, what we have discussed? Shall I repeat? So today we started off our day with what is a one-one function. One-one function is basically a function in which there is one domain, one element of domain have a unique image. Okay. It cannot be like two values have the same image. It is one image will have a unique image for it. One value of domain will have a unique image for it. Okay. Arrow diagram ड्रॉ करके आप देख सकते हो 1-to-1 correspondence चलना चाहिए. ठीक है. In case there is no 1-to-1 correspondence, then it is a many one function. Okay. And how to check one-one function in case the function definition of function is given. Either we can use the condition of f of x1 is equals to f of x2, which should give us x1 equal to x2. ठीक है, जैसे इस क्वेश्चन में हमने किया था, इसमें भी हमने यही किया था.
Yes.
But in this case, we did something different. In this case, we reversed the process. We took two values of x1 and x2 which are not equal to each other. And it should generate what? It should generate f of x1 should not be equals to f of x2. F of x1 should not be equals to f of x2. Okay? You can use either of the conditions. Okay? It depends upon what you want to do. I've shown you one question. Like in this type of question, in fraction wala questions, always try for this. Okay? Whereas for the simpler questions, always use f of x1 equals to f of x2 should generate x1 equals to x2. Then it was many one function. Many one function means what? Many values of domain should have a single image. Many values of domain should have a single image. Okay, that is a many one function.
Yes.
Next was onto and into function. Onto and into functions are defined from the prospect of range. If any element of range is left free, like one on the left hand side, then it is called an into function. If all the elements of range are occupied, then it is called an onto function.
Onto function.
And how to prove onto function? First question was based on arrow diagram. You can see that in the first question 7 was left free. That means it is an into function. Whereas in the second case no element of range was left free. Therefore it is called a onto function. When it comes to algebraic functions, how do we go about it? We simply put the function equal to y and then calculate the value of x in terms of y. Then calculate the value of x in terms of y. After doing so, what we do is we simply put these values. We simply put these values. We know that y is real. We try to virtually put some values, not we don't have to show it physically in the paper, but we randomly put some values of y which are real. And if on solving we are getting a real value of x every time, therefore we can say that it is an onto function. If the nature of x changes, let us say if I put some value of y for which x is not coming real, then it is what? Not an onto function. Is that okay?
Yes.
Okay. For today, this is what we have done. Okay, kindly go through it very carefully because in the next session I will be discussing up the concept of inverse function. Inverse function is basically nothing but if a function is 1 1 and onto, then only it can be inverted. So first of all we'll be checking what is 1 1, then we'll be checking for onto, and finally we'll be finding out the inverse function. And inverse function का एक question 4 marks में is definitely going to come there. Is that okay?
Yes, sir.